You're listening to Double 88.9 FM. It's coming up to 8 minutes downside 7. I would like to sincerely apologize because we will not be able to go on with your personal paid announcement for this bet. Do join us again at 8:30 when we shall continue with your personal paid announcement. Coming up next is Issues on the Polity. Stay with us.
City calling. It's admission season again. Achievers University, Owo, Ondo State, invites qualified candidates for admission to its undergraduate programs in the colleges of Health Sciences, Medicine, Engineering and Technology, Natural and Applied Sciences, Social and Management Sciences, Law and Education. Get details of available courses, scholarship opportunities, entry requirements and fees from the university's website www.achievers.edu.ng. Application forms can be obtained at the registry of the university or processed online via the university's website. For further inquiries, call Alaba 0803 706 2508 or Tunde 0803 222 9522. Achievers University, knowledge, integrity and leadership.
Beautiful morning to you once again, and this time around, welcome to Issues on the Polity. My name is Olasukun Elijaba, and I'm not alone on the program today. I've got Adiola Adekule with me.
Thank you. Good morning to you, Olasukumi, and good morning, dear listener. It's nice to have you join us again on another edition of Issues on the Polity.
Okay, our conversation today will be around the NNPCL refinery, that's the Port Harcourt refinery that just came on stream. There has been back and forth regarding the coming up of the NNPCL refinery. Mind you, we have two refineries together in Port Harcourt.
There's a 60,000 barrels per day.
Then there is one, a new one, which is 150,000 barrels.
One is 600,000.
That's the old refinery. Now the new one is 150,000 barrels per day. So two refineries there, and according to the NNPCL, just yesterday when NLC leadership and TUC leadership visited the refinery, they said that it's 90% functional. So this and the economic implication, its implication to the nation's economy, to the availability, the fuel supply chain is all we'll be taking a look at on the program this morning on the show. And our guest
is a public affairs analyst who is also a legal practitioner. He is Barrister Mayor Femi Omoshua. We will establish contact with him shortly after this time out, and as soon as possible we'll bring him on board for us to talk about this issue.
Okay, so it will be helping us put this into proper perspective. We'll be right back.
Ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ pé ìjàmbá tí àṣìlókè ń fà fágọ́ ara wa kèrè mí kọ́ súnmọ́ bí o gbọ́ dáadáa. Ike wúlò lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ nítòótọ́ ṣùgbọ́n bàbá lò dáadáa ni o nítorí àwọn ike tá ń lò tá ń jù dànù láì bìkítà ló ń di ike tíntìntín tá à fojú rí nínú afẹ́fẹ́ tá à mí sí mu nínú oúnjẹ tá à ń jẹ àtomi tá à ń mu. Ìwádìí sì fi hàn pé wọ́n ti ń wọnú àgọ́ ara wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí oògùn olóró tó sì ń dákún ìfúnpá gíga rọpárọsẹ̀ jẹjẹrẹ tá a mọ̀ sí kánsà àtúmọ̀ ṣàkóbá fún ọpọlọ àwọn ọmọdé tó máa ń fa ìwà bíi dìdìrìn tó ti ń wọ́pọ̀ báyìí láwùjọ àwọn ẹranko pàápàá nínú ìgbẹ́ àti nínú omi tí ń fara kánsà ìjàmbá yìí tó ń fàkóbá fún wọn ṣekú pa wọ́n èyí ló ń fa ìsímọ́ tàbí àìwọ́pọ̀ àwọn ẹranko kan a sì nílò àwọn ẹ̀yà ẹranko tí Ọlọ́run dáwọ̀ yìí láti dènà àyípadà ojú ọjọ́ sí búburú bí ooru àmújù òjò àrọ̀rọ̀dá àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ kí láà wá ṣe àdínkù ká má dínkù bá ike lílò ife gíláàsì dípò oníke lílo àpamọ́ paper bag dípò ní nylon àtúnlò ká ṣàtúnlò ike lo ike tá a lè túnlò lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ògbà dípò èyí tá a lò lẹ́ẹ̀kan jù dànù bẹ́ẹ̀ àyàsọ́tọ̀ ká ya ike sọ́tọ̀ lára pàǹtí kó lè rọrùn fáwọn iléeṣẹ́ aṣọkèdọ̀tún láti lò fàlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ pè 0803-417-8072 Oppenheimer Generations Research and Conservation OGRC ló ṣagbátẹrù ìkéde pàtàkì yìí.
Achievers University, Owo, calling. Are you aware of Achievers University scholarship opportunities? In order to give more Nigerians the opportunities to have quality education, the Governing Council of Achievers University, or Ondo State, has approved free tuition scholarships in these 12 programs: guidance and counseling, library and information science, biology education, chemistry education, remote sensing and geoscience information system, civil and environmental engineering, plant science and biotechnology, sociology, procurement management, banking and finance, economics, and health information management. The Council of the University has also approved between 65% and 90% tuition-free scholarships for 20 other programs in the university. Hurry now to take full advantage of this opportunity, as only limited spaces are available. For further information, visit www.achievers.edu.ng or call Alaba 0803 706 2508, Victoria 0810 710 1037, or Tunde 0803 222 9522. Achievers University, knowledge, integrity, and leadership.
Okay, you're welcome back, and it's still issues on the polity on Adabaite 0.9 FM. Just like we said before we go on that break, that our resource person will be establishing contact with him, and is here with us this morning. So, good morning to you, Mr. Omoshua.
Good morning, Adaba FM, and good morning, Nigeria.
Okay, our conversation this morning is around the coming on stream of the Port Harcourt refineries. Two refineries are there, the old and the new, and the NNPCL is saying that, okay, it's 90% operational as we speak. Now, help us understand how important is the coming on stream of this refinery to the nation's economy and to the supply chain of fuel in the country.
Thank you very much. By what we are seeing in our economy, the introduction or the achievement of this Port Harcourt refinery and that one of Dangote refinery is another few things that this government has been able to inject into the system is what has given us some remarkable achievement as far as dollar, naira appreciation against dollar is concerned recently. I want to use this opportunity to correct some doubt from some quarters, especially some pessimists who were saying Port Harcourt refinery is a charade. I want to use this opportunity to correct that impression that Port Harcourt refinery has come alive and it is real. The only thing that is different between Port Harcourt refinery and that one of Dangote is that the originality of the establishment of Port Harcourt refinery is only to produce PMS. But, you know, this is our refineries were obsolete refineries that have been built over years. What they normally do is to distill PMS, and the remaining product, which is black oil, will be taken or bought over by other companies in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. And in this black oil, you have DPK, which is kerosene for home cooking, and that one of aviation. And you have AGO, which is diesel. So, but some people have started panicking that, they said the Port Harcourt refinery has started producing, even that is if they even believe in the first place. And they said the product is being taken away from the shores of Nigeria to another country. It is not true. The Port Harcourt refinery has come, and I have said it before that the time it took Nigeria to see what has been achieved as far as Port Harcourt refinery is concerned rejuvenation of Port Harcourt refinery is concerned, the time is not going to be that long before we see that one of Warri and Kaduna coming into operation. The only thing that we must understand is that these refineries they are old refineries, and there are some installations that needed to be added so that some other products can still be gotten like it is in Dangote. Dangote is the newest among the refineries, even in Africa and the sub-region, and it is expected to perform or operate optimally. So, by and large, to your question, with this introduction and with this injection and with this fit that we have experienced recently, it has started helping our economy, and it has started. I've said it on this station some time ago. I said even by the time we are celebrating New Year, the price of PMS will have gone down. It will not be as high as it is, because when there is competition, where subsidy has been removed, and there is now competition, people are now getting their products on their own. The independent marketers are getting their products, and there will now be competition. There will be competition among people who are supplying, these products. So these are things that we need to appreciate the present government for. And I still corrected a notion some time ago that some people said they were criticizing the former President Obasanjo, for saying that nothing can happen as far as our refineries are concerned. I say people should not criticize him, because he himself tried it, it wouldn't work. Other presidents came and it wouldn't work. So it is simply because of government bureaucracy and at the same time corruption. But for the first time after more than 20 years or more, we are seeing things happening like miracle. Even me, when they removed this subsidy, I was one of the people who said no, it can't work. In engineering parlance, if you want to block a road, there must be an alternative to the road we are blocking. That this government is not giving us an alternative. But we have started seeing, those policies, yielding fruit, and it's becoming things that we are celebrating. And we believe that in a matter of time, all the worries about Nigerians, especially Nigerians that have been so patient, Nigerians that deserve the best, I believe all these worries will begin to go down. It will be mitigated one way or the other.
Okay, let's look at it this way. I think in the news late yesterday till this morning, we have it that fuel price has reduced even by around 100 naira. And we're heading to Christmas. Now, this rivalry this competition we're talking about, Dangote refinery, the NNPC refinery. Now, go beyond here or beyond now. Do you think that what we are seeing is a real, is very real, and not that because we've seen criticism that they're just missing sulfur with some content and things like that, that is not really what it is like that. And the host community, some of them, they came on national TV to dispel the fact that this refinery is on stream and things like that. So is what we're seeing a real one that we create a healthy rival, healthy competition with the Dangote refinery, a privately owned one, and make the product really very available and at affordable price for Nigerians, because Nigerians are looking at seeing this product, the reduction in the prices of petrol product.
Thank you very much. The expectations and the yearning of Nigerians is limitless, and the performance of government is as well limitless. and the aspiration and the anxiety from even the neighboring countries that the present government gave us an excuse that, oh, if we are selling, we are doing subsidy, some people are taking it to another country for whatever reason. It is limitless. A lot is expected to happen within a little time. It is like pouring water in a funnel. Yes, the bigger side of it will contain a larger quantity, but by the time it is going down, it will have to be streamlined into the narrow part. And nobody can blame anybody for all this. It is like the crawling or toddling of a baby. It is expected that it could be woggle. When a child is trying to move, it will stand up and fall down, stand up and fall down. So, or at this elementary stage or at this stage, it is expected that we will experience all sorts of things. Even Dangote, after many months that the plant was commissioned, it could not even produce. Later started producing, and I believe Dangote has not started producing up to an optimal level. And this Port Harcourt refinery that people even thought has become a conduit has started producing. And the other people who have a modular refinery, they are doing their own. It is expected that we will see some funny situation, but as event unfolds, I want to believe there will be some regularities in this issue, and there will be government have a way of regularizing their action, because the whole if is on the government now. People are saying government hold them a lot, and government is trying to satisfy, and government is giving windows to other people to participate. So in a situation like this, there will be some level of there will be some level of trying to do. There will be some level with which people will want to frustrate the system. That's another thing. There will be some level of disappointment, and there will be some level of ability to do what is right. But as event unfolds, I want to believe 2025 will be better than 2024 as far as Tinubu's government is concerned. I decided on my own while this president was campaigning. I said, gone are those days that people will say you are in a party. What you normally do is let it go, it's my party. I said, no, I am going to be a catalyst as far as this government is concerned. When I see what is white, I will say it is white. When I see what is looking like off-white, I will say it is off-white. Because the problem that we have always, experienced in this country is that whenever our government is in power, maybe government of the day, and you belong to that government, either you are an appointee or you are not an appointee, you fail to tell the government the truth. It is not all truth that people will ask for your head. There are some criticism that you can make conscientiously that can help the system. But what we have always seen in this country is let it be, and nobody is saying anything. And thank God some of us came up. When the issue of subsidy came up, we said, no, there are some policies that government policy must have human faith, so that you are governing people. It's not until when everybody died that you say you are governing. And thank God the government is listening, and government is doing some intervention one way or the other. And I want to use this opportunity to congratulate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I want to congratulate the ruling party, but a lot is still expected to be done. Nigerians are waiting for a lot to happen in the area of road, in the area of petroleum, in the area of quality drugs, in the area of health services. Nigerians.
All right, Barrister Omoshua. I think since we are actually talking about petroleum this morning, let's just stay put at that. My question is actually in two folds. there are concerns over privatization. Yesterday, TUC and NLC leaders visited the refinery. So my question is, they have actually voiced their concerns about the privatization of the refinery. Now, what do you think are the primary reasons they oppose such move? And then again, how important is it for unions like NLC and TUC to be directly involved in inspecting, critical national assets such as a refinery?
The first question, please. The first part of the question, please.
Part of the question, I said yesterday when they visited, they actually voiced their concerns as to against privatization of the yes, they kicked against privatization of the refinery, although in some quarters, or there are reports that the TUC president is in the oil and gas sector, but probably that is why he is kicking against the privatization of refinery. And I said they have voiced their concerns. Why do you think they are opposing such a move? Like, you do not privatize. They actually warned against privatization. So that's the first part of the question. And the second one is, how important is it for the unions like NLC and TUC to be directly involved in what is it called again? In checking or going over to visit refinery, national assets such as refinery?
Thank you very much. I think the NLC and TUC, what they are particularly protecting is the interest of the workers that are working with the refineries, and nothing more than that. And I think TUC and NLC should think more about the stability of this refinery that has not been able to be revived, that has not been able to be that has not been able to be revived over time. And all of a sudden, this time around, it is coming up. It is not, there is always an exception to every rule. We have always said that government has nothing to do with business. Business, like this refinery, that our economy is dependent solely. It is a mono economy. And look at the removal of subsidy. It has affected almost, let me say, 85% of our day-to-day activities, because after removal of subsidy, a lot of things went up, even in the market. Even the salary that was increased, in fact, a lot of things happened. So in a situation like this, if the refinery is being proposed for privatization, I don't see why TUC or NLC should oppose it, other than protecting the interests of the workers there. These are workers that have been working there for many years, and no liter of PMS was produced. Is it not funny? And all their emoluments were given to them. They were not laid off. So in a situation like this, I want to believe what NLC and TUC should have done is to make sure they help this institution to grow. And after the growth, and they make it stabilize, then they now begin to say, okay, the interest of the workers there, even if you are privatizing it, please do make sure you don't lay off. It is about negotiation. Talk about the interest of the workers. Please, why you are bringing, I know when there is privatization, people are taking it over. There will be some level of percentage of equity that federal government will have there. Maybe the federal government will have like 40 or 50%. People who will take it over will have their own equity as well. But in that vein, and those people will bring their own hands into it, so that professionals will come in and their own interests will be protected. But in a situation like that, what I believe TUC and LSC should do is not just to bring down the roof. It's not just to jettison the interest, the paramount interest of the nation, which is production of petroleum products that has been made available now. Because by the time all these things is still put together, and LSC and TUC now make themselves as a stumbling block, will now go back to the status quo ante. And the effect will be very, very bad to the nation. So I want to use this medium to advise the TUC and the NLC to know, to prioritize their demands. They should know what they are asking for, and they should not go beyond the boundaries, so that it will not make people who are going to take over this institution it wouldn't make it to be so difficult for them to operate. Thank you.
Thank you. So now, what role should the government play in ensuring that the refinery's functionality, without compromising its long-term economic impact? You know, given the challenges with the country's refining capacity, do you think that the current model of public ownership is even more sustainable than privatization?
I want to believe what the government needs now, above all other things, is to make sure that all the extant laws that created this institution is activated and respected. What do I mean? There are laws that established the refinery, and those laws that they think are repugnant to the public, the laws that they know that are obsolete, that cannot fit into contemporary modern world, should be removed, while the new ones that can catch up with 21st century be harder to hit, especially when they are engaging the supposed or the prospective off-taker, people who want to take over the refinery, so that while they are doing business, it will not be cumbersome for them to operate. And at the same time, government should try as much as possible not to do too much intervention as far as the taking over of this by professional is concerned. By the time all these laws are respected, joint venture agreement is made by the parties that are involved, government representatives knows their boundaries, and the number of the interest of government did not cross over. And the people who are doing it, they can make their own profit as well. I want to believe, by virtue of international best practices, if we are doing it the way other people are doing it all over the world, I want to believe we will have a new dawn as far as, doing business with government is concerned. But if we still want to do it the way we used to do it before, it will not work. For example, NNPC is no longer NNPC. NNPC is now, I think, a limited liability or unlimited liability. It goes to show that NNPC is now doing business. A lot of interest has entered into NNPC. Unlike the way it used to be those days, where you say NNPC, you have a lot of shady things happening in NNPC. So if this type of situation, if this type of achievement is still replicated in refining products, especially not only petroleum, not only PMS now, I'm talking about DPK, I'm talking about AGO, I'm talking about all other things that has to do with the end product of crude oil. I want to believe with the type of wealth that we have in Nigeria, Nigeria will be rich and prosperous.
Okay, my next question to you would be that with the coming on stream of this refinery now, I think immediately it came on stream, the federal government, the presidency actually tasked the NNPCL to speed up efforts on the refinery in Warri and that of Kaduna for it to also come on stream, coupled to complement that of the Dangote refinery that is in Lagos. Now the question now is, these refineries, its production capacity, how does it affect the nation? Or let me say, how will it affect the nation's energy security?
Thank you very much. We are in a nation or the part of the world where we don't project, we don't research, and we don't plan. If the capacity of Port Harcourt refinery was 60,000 barrels per day as at about 20-something years ago, what was the population of Nigeria as at then? So it is quite unfortunate that we are talking about rehabilitation. We are not talking about expansion. We are not talking about injecting. In fact, they said it has gotten to 90-something% rehabilitation. But we still have a situation where we are talking about just PMS. We are not talking about other products. So it is unfortunate. That's why I said we must plan. We must research. We must be innovative. We must be creative with what we have in Nigeria now. Even with Port Harcourt refinery, 60,000 barrels per day, and that one of Warri, which is 50 or 40-something thousand barrels per day, and that one of Kaduna, all together, if they are producing daily, I don't think it can meet up with our demand as far as our population is concerned. Do we know, can we remember 20-something years ago when these refineries were built? How many cars do we have in Nigeria? Let us look at the number of Keke Napep that we have in Nigeria today. Let us look at the number of Okadas that we have in Nigeria today. Let us look at the level of some other machines that are using PMS, to power their machine. So all these things put together, I still believe we are just starting, and I believe we need to fly. We are only starting, we are still crawling, but we need to fly in order to catch up with 21st century. Government should expand. Government should build even more modern refineries, especially these days where bogus refineries don't work any longer. There are some refineries that are even on top of water in some other countries, on top of the sea. So all the bogus machines that people were using before that can only produce PMS, they are no longer necessary. We should have machines equipment that can produce, that can distill products, DPK, PMS, AGO, same time, like the one of Dangote. That is when we can begin to say bye-bye to the time of lack of fuel, and bye-bye to the time of high cost of fuel. If care is not taken, if we maintain all this by saying that, we are going to maintain 60,000 barrels per day, and we are not expanding, and we are not building other facilities that can make us to produce locally, or by even encouraging other modular refineries to be carrying out some production. I don't think that I want to believe we are only just in a spot. In fact, do you know that there are some countries that are even into this refining, and they are even exporting? So if we cannot even take care of ourselves alone, how do we take care of some other neighboring countries that have the propensity of coming to sabotage what we have on ground? Just like the excuse that the present government gave when the subsidy was removed.
All right, thank you, Barrister Mayo. As we allow you go, while you were talking, I was going to ask about the futuristic expectation, but then I believe you have talked about that. But let's talk about the present one, talking about the solutions you think that the government can be, or that can be implemented, to improve the refineries' output and sustainability without resorting to privatization?
I think government should open the market. The market should be opened. People should be encouraged to carry out, refining the business of refining products. But the government must be stringent as far as the laws are concerned, so that our people will not take it with levity. What do I mean by being stringent? I know we have, much as we were able to pass through all this for many years, we suffer what we are not supposed to suffer. We have water that we can use to wash our hand, but we are using saliva to wash hand. Our child of a butcherman's child, I'm talking about a person that sells meat. Instead of us to be eating meat, we are eating bone. So I want to believe if government want to hold the bull by the horn, and they want us to have surplus petroleum products in Nigeria, and they want this achievement to be sustained, so that it will not be that we are a step forward and 10 steps backwards. I want to believe government should involve, should make the market open, number one, and the laws guiding it must be adhered to stringently, so that people will not begin to abuse the system. And I want to believe government as well should create an enabling environment where people who are into it are protected. By the time they are protected, the safety of people who are involved in it, you understand now? Because we have seen situations where some people are even hoarding products, and the next thing you will see is that what they are doing will affect the whole environment. We have environmental pollution and what have you. We have seen situations where some people hoard products, or they didn't even get the license, and the next thing you will see is there will be
I think
outbreak, and the next thing is it will affect people in the environment. So if we have laws that is as stringent as that can make things work, I want to believe this achievement will be replicated upon, and will begin to say bye-bye to the time of lack of fuel, and bye-bye to the time of hike in fuel prices.
Omoshua, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, that's just the size of it, and it has been insightful this morning. Yes, taking a look at the coming on stream of the NNPCL refinery in Port Harcourt. I think the new refinery there is 150,000 barrels per day, and the old one is 60,000 barrels per day. So bringing it together will be 210,000 barrels per day. Wow! So that's just it. My name is Ola Sukomi Elujoba,
and I'm Adeola Adekunle. Good morning.
ọ̀rẹ́ a ò máa tiẹ̀ rí ẹ nígboro lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí.
wo bẹ́ẹ̀ làábí ni ìṣòro